But first tonight, M People ruled the charts in the 90s and the noughties with hits like Moving On Up and
One Night in Heaven.
You're not going to
sing it? It's a great song.
No,
Absolutely not. Because the iconic voice of Heather Small ruled the airwaves, and she's back in Scotland for a solo tour. Earlier, the song's just popped in for a wee chat. Heather, thank you so much for joining us. You've got a sold-out gig tonight in Motherwell's Civic Centre. Quite an intimate venue. Do you quite like playing to sort of that smaller crowd? You can actually see their faces.
You know, I've been on tour for over a month now, and it has been a joy. And those smaller places, I mean, they can see the whites of my eyes.
Yeah.
I can feel their response so very immediately. And it's been, some of it's been just a total giggle. There's even been a couple of fights broken out.
Oh,
yeah, it's been, and the audience are just loving the show. I think it's a real celebration, and everybody gets quite excitable, and I don't dampen that. You know, I quite like that.
Encourage the energy.
Yeah, of course, because you know we all have problems, and I used to say, you know, whatever they are, leave them outside the door, pick them up on the way back out of the show.
Yeah.
I want it to be a joyous, celebratory evening, because life is not so easy sometimes, and as well, people have paid their hard-earned money to come and see me, and I want to let them know I really do appreciate that.
That's
so we just have
fantastic.
fun. We have fun.
I couldn't imagine anything less, to be honest.
No.
I'd imagine it'd be a lot of fun coming to see you live. Now, you've been to Scotland a number of times over the years. Have you got any particular memories of playing in Scotland?
Yes, I've played some of the bigger places, of course, but the smaller venue that I played was the Sub Club, and it's tiny little place, you know. It was quite dark, and the stage was completely tiny, and I had two burly guys
Was the stage not
either
just a
side.
box?
That's it. I had this funny. I was like, that's strange, but the evening was brilliant. Had an absolutely fun time. So my memory is always that it's a fun place to be. And you know, Glaswegians, they don't play. You know, they're quite tough, but they've got a sense of humour and a sense of fun about themselves as well. They are able to laugh at themselves. So I've always loved plumbing.
Yeah, and if they like you, they're going to tell you. They're going to get involved.
So if they do like you, they're discerning. So if they do like you, you think to yourself, oh, I might not be so bad.
That's good.
No, absolutely. Now, looking back, an amazing three decades even of People, incredible career. Are there any particular moments that stand out for you? Any particular highlights during that career? There must be so many, but can you pick a few?
There is a few. I mean, I loved doing Glastonbury.
Yeah.
That was because we were seen as this dance band, and you know, dance bands didn't go out and play live, and here we were on this stage playing live with a massive band, an audience singing every word of our songs, or every word of our pop dance songs, and so that was quite a liberating moment. But really, for me, the outstanding memory is definitely live, because there is nothing like it. You know, when you can just reach out and touch an audience, and the same can be said for them. That immediacy, you feel the love, the respect, the warmth, you know, and it's quite emotional. It's been quite emotional for me, and in a good way, in a really good way.
Amazing.
I can imagine. Now, we can't not mention People, not mention the career you've had, and of course Proud as well. And looking back on that single for you, are you still as proud of that song? I mean, it's so emotive still now when you hear it.
It's incredible.
How do you feel when you hear Proud?
You know, it's been a joy for me. It's been joyous, because you write a song that is very personal to you, and is about how I view life, and then you have other people and it resonates with them and they endorse it. There's nothing better for somebody who writes and sings songs. So for me, it'll always carry a very weighty amount of feeling, and I never get sick of singing it, and I just play with it as well, live with the audience. You know, everybody sings along, and you know, when you're young and you're dancing around with your hairbrush. That's right, your hairbrush. You are dreaming of moments where people hear a few bars of a song and start whistling and clapping and singing along with you. So I could never tire of that.
I love to listen to it. Very quickly, I need to ask you about this. Tell us how big a fan Oprah Winfrey is of you.
I don't know if she's a big fan.
She must be.
But she did ask me to come over and sing Proud, on a celebratory 20 years anniversary. So that was humbling, and it was a proud moment for me, because you know, I grew up watching her on TV, and she's such an open, honest individual, and she's taught people that it's all right to have flaws, because she puts her flaws out there, but in a way that's that's dignified. You know, it's, you know, there's certain things now that have been spin-offs from that kind of genre which don't do the audience or the viewers any kind of justice, whereas I thought she brought a level of dignity to the whole process.
No, she's an incredible answer. You enjoy your concert tonight, and thank you for chatting to us, Heather. Thank you.